Now, and we are live. Well, welcome Titan and Nick. Thanks for joining me, guys. I was sitting here playing with my toes in the previous match.
Good afternoon. So today we're kicking off with Team 1, which is James playing as the French, and we've got the Gov playing as the Mongols.
It's going to be interesting to see how Taiwan.Paul gets on with the French. Dash's previous teammate, he did pretty well with the French up until they had that disconnect.
So we've got the classic team of English and French. So let's see what we're gonna see.
Yeah. What do you think of the build orders, Nick?
Let's see what James is going to drop out first. Queuing up 4 villagers, only going with 1 scout again.
Still doing the classic French outline to the gold deposit, I see.
Well, the French do know how to put gold to good use.
That's the truth.
So he's committing 2 villagers onto gold.
And he's got Dash real quick. Dash's early game is quite impressive. He gets the gold sorted pretty quickly, gets the wood line going up pretty quickly. So what's the rules here? What should you be looking out for here, Nick?
So James is doing really well getting his sheep down on the south side of the map. So he's only got 1 scout, so he's got to be careful not to take too long to get his sheep back to his base. And he's just turned his scout round now, so his villagers will soon be eating well.
Yeah.
And then we've got James's, or Governor's Khan running along the middle. So with this map, normally it's vital to wall up and claim the sides, but obviously the Mongols won't be doing that.
Yeah, not anytime soon, though, in any case. Alright, I'm gonna have a look at Taiwan.Paul for a moment, because I've not seen him play at all.
Well, his scout's currently running down at the bottom where all the sheep have been taken up, so he needs to
look out for that. He's not gonna have much sheep pretty soon.
He needs to look elsewhere. Yeah. Otherwise he'll be munching on berries.
Yeah. Oh, look over here, Nick. I see they're busy walling up already. That's a very aggressive wall up.
They're going for early map control.
Yeah.
So he knows that he needs to cut off the middle there. Because if you can get a second town centre in the middle, you can just drain up all that gold.
Yeah.
But obviously the Mongols can't wall up on the other side, so James has got to be super aggressive.
Well, it looks like Taiwan.Paul finally picked up what's going on. But only sent a scout, though.
And James is going to be ignoring this and building a little tiny bit of the wall.
Yeah. Looks like Taiwan.Paul is aging up now.
He's even putting a gate in, and that villager doesn't care.
No. Okay, he's giving an award.
And Dash is coming back with 6 sheep, not too bad. And his council hall is coming up nicely now. Committed 3 villagers to build that. And Dash is not going for map control on this. They're not trying to wall up the side. And Governor is attacking the council hall villagers slowly with his Khan. And here comes Paul with 9 sheep, so that's not a bad haul to start him off.
No, he finally went and found the sheep he was missing.
And his school of cavalry is coming up nicely now as well. That'll be popping up any moment.
Governor's got a very strong economy already.
In fact, his school of cavalry is going to be popping up faster than James's this time.
Yeah. Well, not this time. Last time it was free cheap.
And James just dropped another house down. I was going to say he was housed, but he sorted that out.
Yeah. That's really good. That's really good from Paul. Well done.
Food's a little bit slow now, though.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to get the food back in quicker.
It's still pretty even though in the food production. I see everybody's between 280 and 250 on income per minute. So it looks pretty close so far.
How's Govner doing? What's he got going on? So his deer stones will be dropping fairly soon.
Yeah.
So,
got a nice little village allocation there as well. Well balanced.
the DashTrash is getting his wall up on the side, but he's not claiming the relic or the berries or the stone patch, and he's leaving the guys to have the middle.
Would you have done that, Nick? Would you have walled up only on your own area? Would you have been risking going a bit more forward?
Well, with this map, I've actually got my highest win rate of maps on this one. Sammy and I always go for aggressive wall control. We send 3 villagers each, and we wall it up in front of the gap on their side.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you look where Dash has got his wall, it would be on the other side.
Well, basically what
yeah.
James is doing to Paul, basically.
Where Governor's Tower is, we would have walled up there, and that would have been ours. If you can get that 9 times out of 10, you've got the middle. And if you can send a few knights around at the same time to harass, then that's usually it. So Paul there is facing off with a knight. We've got a knight coming in from James.
Finally, some movement there.
So 6 minutes and 20, and we've got the knight. But no, he's turned around. What is he doing?
Just
is escorting his
military count. It's not looking awfully good.
So James has now upgraded with the fitted leather work. That is nearly complete.
Yeah.
And Taiwan.Paul is running back with his knight and 2 scouts versus 2 knights and 1 scout. So he needs to retreat those scouts off, and he does. Yeah.
It's an outpost battle here on the top half of the map. I see Gav has upgraded his outpost with arrow slits, and he's upgrading his spearmen as well. Probably trying.
It's going to be a battle down at the bottom. If James can get this 1 villager to finish off walling this last gap, then he's done well for map control. Because at the moment his knights are running around a long way. They're getting a bit lost.
Yeah.
So we have 2 knights, 3 knights and 2 scouts versus 2 knights and a scout at the bottom. And here comes a 3rd knight. So it's very even, but they are running around in circles.
They sure are.
So there goes down a scout. But James he has the wall there to hide through.
For now. He's not gone with 2 stables this time, which is quite interesting. Usually by now he's got another stable up in this base. He's only got the School of Cavalry.
And James hasn't upgraded on the chivalry, and he's just clicked it this moment.
Yeah.
So that will give his knights the ability to repair, which is vital.
Yes.
Because
do you think he's going to manage to ball up completely here, or do you think Paul is actually going to take this back?
Well, Paul's already got that upgrade, so his knights are healing as they're chasing away.
Yeah.
But as he's done that, he's distracted him, and the villager has gone back to work on that wall. And it doesn't look like Paul is going back to check either, so James will get that wall.
Oh, Paul just picked up on it now. Oh no, he opted to turn around it completely. That is very strange.
That is a shame. He's going to give away that map control there.
Yeah.
Because Paul isn't attempting any of his own walls or towers either, or nothing. So he's leaving himself very open. So he's running with a stable and the House of Cavalry, and James just the School of Cavalry, sorry. But he does have all his... He has a few of the upgrades, 2 of the upgrades so far from the blacksmith. But Paul, what's Paul got? He has also 2 of the upgrades, I believe. No, 3, I believe.
Yeah. Interesting little cat and mouse going on here at the moment with James and Paul.
The mirror matches are very hard to do. It
is.
Do you try and outfight the knights, or do you drop a few spears? But James has quite a few idle villagers, 7 villagers sitting around his town centre doing nothing at the moment. They're on the tea break. You need to get back to work.
Yeah.
Currently 8 villagers. Currently 8 villagers having a break. Here they go, back to work.
Gotta go collect some berries.
So we have 6 knights down at the bottom, heading into Paul's base. 6 versus 5. But they do retreat. They don't realise that he has the advantage there. Again, no towers still, no walls from Paul.
This is becoming a concern now. He should be thinking about defending his base, getting some eyes out on that.
Here comes James at the edge of the map. He's going to circle himself right round the bottom.
Just having a look at Govner real quick. So it looks like Govner is having a look around at the center of the map, seeing what's going on.
He's pumping out hardened spearmen, and they're heading towards the north middle area with his hardened Khan. So no doubt Governor's looking to raid soon.
Yes.
But there is a legion of longbowmen sitting on the hill.
That's actually a very smart placement by DashTrash.
Plus, they've got the advantage from the outpost.
Yes. I would actually pop in some of my longbowmen into that tower.
Big mistake here. Paul's attacking the gate. But what he doesn't realise is that there is 7 knights running right through the bottom, about to strike.
In his base. Oh, he's going for it.
Not only that, but James has also sent a few knights at the top to distract. So he's targeting the wood line.
Yeah, that's over.
There's 1 villager wandering around, but I think he managed to retreat them. They didn't garrison, then they're going to build a mill. What are they doing?
Still got 1 guy in the tree line as well. Oh, this is bad. This is going to end badly for Paul.
These gold miners are being slaughtered. They are getting clustered up there in the houses. No tower to retreat to. That was not pretty.
No, that was costly.
But James, he's now down to 5 knights that are repairing when they're not in battle. So Titan, what did you think of that?
I didn't get to see any of it.
Well, you are missing a battle and a half. So James,
watching it, believe it or not.
So Dash now is retreating his villagers. He sees James's knights go in, so nothing else for James to attack. Dash's villagers are going to get straight back to work. Yeah. But here comes the Governor. The Governor is now striking. So while everybody's taking care of James's knights, the Governor's going to raid with hardened spearmen, Mangudai, his hardened Khan, and a random archer. And again, he's going to strike through. He's going to target the villagers that he comes across there. There's 2 villagers. They're going to go down very fast. I think this is GG. Taiwan.Paul's only got 2 knights in his base, and they're running away. Yeah. They're deserters. So the Mongols, they get
gold, so it does look like he's trying to focus on the wrong aspects of this gameplay at this stage.
So here comes Govner. He's burning down the blacksmith. So he's going to make some money from doing that, I believe, as Mongols. Although Paul does manage to reach the castle age while all this is going on. Dash and Govner and James still only in the 2nd age. The Governor's moving on up towards Dash's base. And we have 27 villagers on the run again. James has a royal knight just laying. He's just slaughtering the berry pickers.
Yeah, I think this is over for Paul.
Maybe not. They have took down Governor's little army there. They are still in it. Oh, those longbowmen from Dash are doing a great job of defending the Royal Knights.
They sure
But
are.
these Royal Knights, they do need to be upgraded again. You know, we need to get that blacksmith back up and upgrading. You know, he's got 1,000 gold. He could easily get them upgraded, get them on par with James's Knights. And also, Paul really needs to think about getting the wheelbarrow upgrade, because the few villagers that he does have can be going 15% faster and carry +5 more, so they really need that upgrade. For only 105 gold and 35 wood, which he's got sat in the bank, he could be doing that.
Still probing.
Sorry,
I wonder
sorry,
what he's trying to do. Yeah.
I was looking at James's stats there.
I noticed.
But saying that, Paul does have gold that he could use.
Oof, his gold income per minute is absolutely atrocious at the moment. Paul's.
Yeah, he's not generating much from the guild hall yet. There's only 140 to be collected in the guild.
Yes.
And he's collected that. He's just collected that. He really needs to be patient and just leave that be.
Yeah.
Kind of forget about it. Come back in 5 minutes and you'll have 5 grand sitting there.
Yeah. Well,
So
we're gonna have a
there's
little clash here at the top now between Dash and Gov again.
So these longbowmen, they are going to slaughter these spearmen if Governor's not careful.
They are absolutely instrumental in that. And Dash again is winning the one-on-ones, which is very crucial for this game.
And Paul is sending up 11 knights through the middle. It looks like he's going to reinforce his teammates. But he's got to be careful not to leave himself open, because all he's doing is building this little fence, this little garden fence to protect himself, finally. So the Governor's just reached the castle age there. Only James yet to hit the castle age. 16 minutes, that's fairly slow for James, I'd say. And there goes the guild hall. So currently we've had 22 killed by Paul, but he's also lost 20, including 2 buildings.
Oh, Paul's doing a nice little push here at the top of Gov's base. Are they doing a bit of a distraction while Dash is building his rams? I wonder.
So here comes a ram who's got quite a while to walk.
That's a long
It's gonna be
travel time. I would have waited till it was a bit like at least around the mountain line to build those rams. Unless their aim is to take down the tower, but the knights are there to do that, and quite effectively.
It's vital they do take these towers down as well, because they are really
they will
good for
be
the
detrimental.
Mongols.
Yeah. And Gov is populating them with villages, so they are a bit potent. Well, here we go.
So Dash currently in the lead with the points, sitting at nearly 3,000.
Sure is. He's done very, very well. Definitely taken away every positive aspect of the previous matchup.
He needs to be careful to protect these 2 rams, because that would be a big waste if these get burnt down really fast without doing anything, and they have got a long way to roll.
Yes. Gov obviously understandably pulling back to his base. No point in trying to fight those guys 2v1 at the moment.
But here comes classic James at the bottom of the map. So James says if you get attacked, send an army in to attack them back. And that is exactly what James is doing. He's got 14 knights and he's been met with only 3 knights from Paul. And Paul's retreating all his villagers back. So while that big battle is going to be taking place at the top, James is going to be raiding. So it's vital that Paul keeps an eye on what his villagers are doing and what's going on in his base, as well as helping out Dash with the attack.
It's looking good.
And there's a random wolf attacking. Exciting.
Well, here we
Peter
go. Here
will
we
not...
go. Right, the Rams are coming in now. Let's see how this gameplay is going to unfold. What is going to do?
I think he's going to be very careful with these Rams. He's not going to commit to them while those spears are floating about.
No.
But if he can take that Uvu down, that's going to hurt him.
Yes.
But James is striking now at the bottom. He is attacking with 8 knights, and it's a battle on who can repair this fence.
Quickest. Paul is basically hanging on here.
He has given up on the fence. He's retreating his villagers back for now, but again, he's got no army in his base. Okay. So as soon as that gate is down, they are going to be slaughtering the villagers if he's not careful.
Govner has retaliated, pushed back, killed all of Dash's spears. It's basically just its longbowmen, and he's burning down the rams there at the top.
There goes the first ram. The second one is nearly finished with. But these longbowmen, they need to be sitting, picking off. They need to be sniping, coming in, coming back. Gov's dropping a tower down right next to his base. He's running with 3 barracks and an archer range. So down at the bottom, James is laying waste to those villagers, just as we suspected. Paul did not retreat him back in. He's still sending villagers out to their death. But James has moved on to Dash's base, but Dash is paying attention and he has retreated his villagers back to the town centre. So James won't be sticking around near that town centre too long. And he's going to get the last few stragglers there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 villagers that I saw. James wreaking havoc. James now has... It was just about to overtake, but Dash has just retook the lead on points. James being chased out of Dash's base. He's going to try and pick off whatever he can. And the Govner as well at the north battle up there. He is resisting. Not only is he resisting, but he is pushing them back.
Now. Yeah.
We've got the longbowmen on retreat. There's the villagers that are going to get took down as well. He needs to get them out of there.
Those villagers are getting down now at the gold line. Well done to Govner. He held that initial push and aggression quite well. Pushed back.
That'll be the upgrades that he's got there. That's
played the
with
key
a better
part
advantage.
There. Definitely.
And again, no towers on the gold mine, so nowhere for the villagers to retreat to. They're just running away. There goes down the last one. They didn't even drop off the gold before their death, so not good.
Only one that's edging into the center of the map now, slowly but surely, looks to be James. So it doesn't look like there's any definitive control happening so far, unless Dash...
And nobody's claimed a big gold mine in the middle.
No, not at all. I think if Dash loses his next engagement, that's basically him for that side of the map.
Well, Dash did have that little gold mine that he was attempting to take, but he didn't have no towers to defend it.
Yeah.
And James, he must be hearing me. He's just dropping down a mine camp on that very gold mine. Talk about rubbing salt in the wounds. Yeah. And these rams are going to be burnt down. What a waste. What a waste of resources. 3 more rams. You should take them back and use them for bonfire. And Dash can see all that with his tower. That's got to hurt. And the Govner's moving his economic building into the middle. And James is securing the map with some stone walls now. He's committed quite a lot of villagers to that. Interestingly, he hasn't took the middle. He's only securing the side. I think Paul's finally realised that he needs some spearmen. So he's got 10 spearmen, 12 spearmen and 12 knights that he's defending his resources for. In fact, he's killing a boar. He's going for a boar. That's 2,000 food. Nice and easy resource there for him. And James is coming up with 17 villagers now to join on the mine hunt. And the armies are gathering. Can you see that? They're getting ready for war.
That's a good night, all 24 knights. Man-at-arms looking good from Govner's side as well. And he's got that crossbowman that I know that he would have wanted a bit earlier in the engagements. But it's not going to end well for Dash. Look at his veteran spearman there, Nick. What can you tell me about that?
But just looking at them there, they're not fully upgraded. He's only got 6 men-at-arms to support him. 30 longbowmen, but they need to be sat on a hill or sat back.
Yeah.
Because if James's knights...
Towers? Keep them
yeah, I mean, that gate is half destroyed already. That's not going to last long.
No. Do you think now is a good time to get something like trebuchets or maybe a few mangonels up?
The mangonels in the past would have been perfect. A few mangonels lined up here. But since the update, they're not so effective, so you don't really see them anymore.
Yo, guys, why are you watching this game?
You can watch from our stream, Haji.
Oh,
Don't have that either. Don't worry, buddy.
I'm streaming for you guys in Discord.
Thank you kindly.
And
I've
you are
been here in spirit all this time.
5 berries for you, and social score increases by 10.
Yay, level up.
Have you noticed, interestingly, the relics have not been picked up by anyone on this map that I can see.
That's all. Well, I mean, if you're not playing for endgame or if you're not HRE, I mean, the relics isn't that crucial for your build.
Although the gold comes in handy if you can get the upgrade at the church,
It does.
as I like to call it.
It does.
The James has dropped his red palace in the middle. They have declared that is their land.
Oof,
He's
this is
pitched
not
up another gold mine.
I don't see Dash any.
And we have a keep coming up from Dash on the front line. So with no siege from either James or Gov. But the knights are quite effective against a keep if the keep isn't upgraded. So it all depends what upgrades that Dash is going to do.
Yeah.
But key thing for here is that Dash can create troops from this keep. So that is going to be useful to reinforce this front line.
Surprised Dash still has wooden walls there after 26 minutes.
I mean, he has 1,000 stone sat in the bank. So I think here he comes with a few villagers. Maybe that is what they're going for.
Yeah, I think he wanted to get that keep up first, crucially, and he might be thinking about reinforcing, but it's too late now. Or is it?
And I think his spacing is a little bit wrong here. Unless he destroys this wooden wall, he's not going to have room to build a stone wall because that relic and those berries are in the way.
As well as his own tower and building, unless he decides to cough up some ground.
And that tower isn't even upgraded with springled, with arrow slits. It doesn't have the fortify outpost. And he's got the resources to do that.
He sure does. He's got more than enough stone, more than enough wood to at least build more outposts here. Make better use of
But
those longbowmen.
the keep has got the first upgrade done, so at least the keep can do a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
But ideally, it needs to be garrisoned to be effective. But if he does that, then those men are then not shooting back as well.
Yeah.
But he could put the spearmen in, because currently they're doing nothing.
It's not looking well for the engagements. I think Dash is being a bit outlasted. He has gone for the defensive upgrades from the blacksmith and the offensive ones, but...
And we have the second keep coming up now on the front line.
Those spearmen are still not... They don't have the offensive upgrades from the blacksmith, if I'm not mistaken.
But if you're looking down onto the south of the map, Paul's base has no defense apart from this little garden fence that's going around it.
Yeah.
And currently Dash is trading with the neutral market at the bottom of the map, which is currently wide open. Yeah. So soon, I'd suspect that James may send a raiding party.
He's getting very good returns from that, about like 218 gold per trader.
And look at this odd placement for a mill and farms, right on the borderline of his territory from Paul. You know, he's built a mill and farms right next to his fence. He's got no towers, no stone walls. He's only got 3 knights and 2 spearmen, and he's using the patrol. If you notice, they're going about 5 meters and back and forth. It's good to see the patrol being used, but unfortunately no towers, no defense. And I was right, here comes James with a legion of an army. Look at that. There's 43 knights, maybe more.
Ooh, he's coming.
There's 43 knights. They're going to go through that garden fence. They're going to take out... James is going to take out Paul's 4 knights with ease.
Yeah, this is over.
He's literally going to burn down his his town.
Unless he's got some surprise catapults hidden away.
And Paul has
No,
he has
not by the looks of it.
He has 0 people on stone, but he has over 1,000 gold, so he could have easily brought some stone and slapped up a wall, and that would have stopped these knights. So that expansion that he has done, which is
It's effectively over.
his monastery, his mill, his barracks.
Well, Govner has now started to build some traction trebuchets. He's bringing down this wooden wall. He's definitely going to
Those 2 trebuchets, they can take out those castles. He's building a Berkshire Palace down here as well from Dash. But to be honest, I think that is going to be a big waste, because I think Gov is just going to add a couple more trebuchets in there, and they're just going to sit there from the distance. And Dash is going to be sitting there repairing these castles non-stop with his villagers, which means they're not going to be doing anything. And look at this down at the bottom here. We have Paul's base overrun by knights. He has 28 villagers, 25, 24 idle. They're now going down in number because they are dying off. The town centre is about to be dropped. By dropped, I mean burnt down.
Very effective play by James there.
So James with 46 knights there is just going to wipe through Paul's base. There's not much he can do now. Paul doesn't have much going on after that, really, to be fair. I don't think he's got another town centre.
Yeah, those knights really cleaned through there.
He should have
no town centre. Paul is building his red palace at the bottom. He is scrambling to build this red palace, but I think it's a little too late, to be honest, because there's no stables, there's no military buildings.
Well
he
done,
gets
Paul. He's reached
he
it.
gets up to the Imperial. But what can he possibly do from here? Because he has no ability now to produce military.
It's looking good at the top now. Mangonels are finally appearing, and Springolds from Dash.
He has 1 stable and 1 barracks left, which is currently getting burnt down.
Oh, those spearmen crucially took out those knights from James down there.
And the 2 barracks that he has aren't even producing men. That is Paul finished with, I believe.
This is a valiant pushback from Dash at the top to try and regain some foothold.
I think, to be fair, Dash should send all those men straight to Paul's base.
Yes.
Because if he doesn't, it's going to be 2-on-1 very, very soon. And Govner hits the Imperial Age at 32 minutes. Which means it's going to be even harder now, because Govner's men have just got a big boost.
Indeed.
So James is just picking apart each building now. He's just having fun with it now, I believe. There's nothing left. Paul's scrambling. He's got 17 on wood, 0 on gold, and as French, that's no good. He can't do anything at the moment. He's got no stone. He can't upgrade his red palace. And James has moved on to Dash's base. So here comes Dash's army from the top. He should have moved them down. So now Dash's army is chasing the knights, and at the same time, Govner's army is just going to walk straight past the Berkshire Palace and the 1 remaining keep, straight in for the fight. And any moment now, I think we're going to see the council hall go down, because I don't think we're going to see much of a resistance. Although Dash is trying very hard. He has a couple of mangonels and a couple of springolds.
Oh dear, this is it. Last landmark.
The longbowmen are trying hard. They are trying hard. But these crossbowmen are closing in.
GG.
Those mangonels are still a thing.
Hold up, hang on.
Those mangonels are hanging in there.
So these longbowmen are going nuts now. And it's over.
Well done. GG, boys. What a game. Thanks,
everybody.
Dash. Thanks, Dash. Thanks,
Good
Paul.
game.
Thanks, Gov. Thanks, James.
So Govner and James get the victory. And the top player with points, James with 8,042. Military also goes to James. Eco to